Hello, everybody! Greetings and salutations, and welcome to a brand new series. This, my dear friends, is Rimworld, God of the Dead, or Necromancer Isekai, or yes, I am a level 15 Necromancer, so what? Now, this is a rare instance where I'm not starting the series from the ground up. And my reasoning for that is that I actually did record this first episode, where we did all of this and we built all of this, and you know what? It was like an hour of not much happening. Not only is this a kind of more strained start, we're also in a biome that's a little bit, shall we say, inhospitable to standard life. Now, joining us, we have our isekai protagonist himself, Tom. Your average 41-year-old Japanese or American teenager. Now, he actually does look quite like much, and that is quite fitting because not only is he a necromancer, he's also a lich and a demon prince. Quite literally, the god of the dead. Now, Tom here, he's a pretty OP character. And you may be thinking, oh wow, this is a pretty overpowered playthrough here. Well, this is where we get into the actual meat of the series. Because we are the god of the dead, the only people we're allowed to recruit are undead thralls, like the three we have right here. Dadarate, a name that sounds like a machine gun firing. Hippocratids, or Hippocratides, or whatever you want to call him. I've just been calling him Hippo. And Seahorse, a name that I don't actually care if I have to pronounce more than once. So, we can only recruit undead thralls or, and this is the big or, other practitioners of the dark arts, meaning necromancers, other liches if such a thing exists, succubi, demons, cultists, people like that. Those are the only people we're allowed to recruit. That significantly drops our recruiting pool. So, our goal for this series? Well, it's pretty nebulous. By all accounts, this is just going to be a standard modded Rimworld playthrough. I figured it'd be nice. You know, a little something to take the load off after the chaos that was last stand of the UNGOC. So, basically here, what I've assembled with this mod pack, this would appear to be your average medieval fantasy anime world. We have our good friend, if I can just pop him up here, Maynard Medieval running the show on Strive to Survive. We're also on reload anytime because Rimworld is anything but a stable game when you throw 200 plus mods into the mix. By the way, this mod pack will be in the description if you want to play along at home. However, there's more to this. Joining us this time, we have the Real Ruins mod. This extends beyond just bases people have built, but actually incorporates mods we have installed in the game. This is not a vanilla bed. In fact, I do believe... yeah, this is gloomy furniture. I didn't place this down, this spawned naturally. And while it may look like your average fantasy world, there's more to this. This world is actually post-apocalyptic. This used to be a sci-fi world. And there are remnants of that technology scattered around in the ruins we'll encounter when they pop up, if they pop up, because I think that's how that mod works. And that we can get as quest rewards. We can access and restore some of the technology of old. It's all still there. The only things we can research and produce ourselves, however, are going to be medieval. Now, if you'll look at this, we do have quite the expansive research tree. However, we're limited to just medieval and Neolithic tech. We do have some of the standard fantasy trappings. We have things like orcs, elves, not gnomes, dwarves. I wanted to say goblins for some reason. And then I keep wanting to call these dwarves, gnomes, because I saw that, I think it's Haxor. He did a series with Ultratech gnomes that I've been watching. So I got gnomes on the brain. In addition, we've got some of your more typical anime fare. Yes, this series has catgirls in it, I know you were curious. On top of that, though, we've got some more cursed and eldritch stuff. We are playing with the full suite of Warhammer 40k mods. I don't know why I opened that. Sans factions, because they mostly wouldn't be here anyway. That's how we got Tom here to be a demon prince. So, there is a lot of stuff here, waiting to be uncovered. The story will be ours to write. We do, however, have one directive. We are the god of the dead, which means we should oversee all meddling in affairs of life and death. All of that should be done under our guidance and care. So if we see any other forms of undead, and yes, I do mean forms, there are multiple, we're not going to stand for that and we're going to have them eradicated. One of the victory conditions for this series is we're going to go and wipe out the other undead factions. We will be seeing those shortly enough, I assure you. In addition to that, Tom here, he's a lonely guy. We're going to get him a goth necromancer girlfriend if it kills us. That is something we're going to do. Now, this will be, like I said, a more relaxed, more slow-paced sort of Rimworld series. That's half the reason I decided to re-record the first episode with the work I had done in the real first episode. We got a little chicken coop, a little masonry room, a smithy in the works of being built, and that's going to be a quarry. That's all we've got. You know, nothing too major. However, the first episode, like I said, a lot of nothing really happening. Even for the standards of a more slow-paced series like this. So, we're just going to skip ahead a tiny, tiny bit. So this is going to be a bit more limited of a series on account of... I'm actually going to replace these with shojis. I think they look nice, and they're probably faster to open. On account of we've got less to do, purely for this being a medieval playthrough. However, I want to do more with less. I want to really take some time, make our base look nice. You know, do some cool building. Ironically, this would have made sense to take city builders. However, our ideology is a little bit different. We've got Transcendent, we venerate magic. We are the god of the dead. We approve of necromancers, and while we couldn't do that specifically, that is ultimately what form that takes. Necromancers, dark magicians of all kinds, they're welcome and venerated in our domain. Now, God Emperor makes sense. Our leader, Tom, I still think that's silly, is a god, a literal god of the dead. He should be venerated as such. Industrialism, that was just for flavor. And flesh crafting, because we like to do creepy biological stuff here. So our ideology, we don't care about corpses, we venerate psychers and magic. We like ocular trees, because we started in this biome and I thought it only makes sense. Power is exalted. We don't care about tainted or tattered apparel, because most of us are undead. Or weird dregs of society necromancers. We accept apostasy. Because why not? He's a god. Our yields are high. Violence is honorable because violence breeds corpses and allows us to fill our ranks. And we don't care about corpses. We're also okay with cannibalism, eating aliens, but fungus is crossing a line. Okay, that's just gross. In any other case, pretty normal. Our leader's a mystical chief, our moral guide is a loyal servant, and our flesh crafter is a flesh crafter. Whew. We have rituals to sever magic, bestow magic, and give an arcane path. Got a scarification ritual. I've actually never played with any of those. Got an occult altar, image of the chosen. One of our relics is a skirt. I think that's very fitting for an anime protagonist. And we like these snails for some reason, and I didn't bother to change it. So, let's get doing what we do. Basically, right now we're mostly just gathering resources to build with. This redwood sucks, and I do mean that. However, our starting abode is pretty nice. Now, the thing about Tom here being a lich, we got a raid already. One, he's a big guy. Two, while he's pretty overpowered, He actually is incapable of some things. He refuses to haul. No, no, he can do that now. Something is acting weirdly in the mod pack, and I don't know what it is. In any case, we won't be using him to do that. He is a god. Let's handle this raid very quickly. You're going to see quite quickly. Tom is rather overpowered. So we have Miyabi and Ruriko. Tom, go show them how you got your name. Now, we have been having a lot of raids, for reasons beyond my comprehension, but I think it's kind of fitting. He's the god of the dead. Although he probably doesn't quite have that reputation yet. In any case, people are going to want to show up, kill the weird demon guy, and claim their honor. You come home to the Shogunate and you tell them, I killed that thing? Hell yeah. You're gonna have some fans. Sorry, Ruriko. And in what is going to become a trend here, welcome to the party. Go pick up your belongings so I don't have to. So, what we have here for magic, we have every rank in Raise Undead, so we can have as many undead thralls as possible. We have full clarity for mana recovery. So spirit is mana gain. What is spirit? Increase maximum mana by 4 per skill. Decreases the mana cost of all abilities by additional 2.5% per level. Not bad. Now, are you guys any good? I probably should have looked at your abilities. You're decent in melee, construction, mining, cooking, plants, and crafting. And you are very good in melee, good in mining, and decent in crafting. Now, that's funny because I remember prior to this episode, Tom was very capable, or very incapable, of doing all those things he said I couldn't do. However, he now seems to be capable of doing just that, so we're not going to cry over spilled mod pack. It is hot in there, holy crap. Hey, Tom gained a Psylink. So, not only is he a magic necromancer, he's a psychic one as well. Now, this Vanilla Psycast expanded necromancy is not anywhere near as strong as Rimworld of Magic. However, Tom is a prolific Psycaster. In fact, that's most of what he does is research and meditate. His genes and his traits give him absurd psychic sensitivity. I think you can see his neural heat limit is 266. I think for the average pawn, it's like 100. Just putting things into perspective there. So, what do I want to do? Floors, we ran into a bit of an issue with floors. We can do rose quartz. We can do pebbles. We do have the Kenshi Fauna mod, and that adds this really nice fine nacre tile. We do need to kill a Leviathan for it, though. And actually, what I'm thinking, there's a butcher table over here. I'm gonna claim this. And you know what? Let's have this over by the chickens. I want to diversify my base design a little bit. I want to make things in a way that kind of makes logical sense. Why would you have your butcher table in here, where you eat? That seems like the least appetizing place you could put it. No, you put your butcher table out by where the chickens live. Of course, speaking of chickens, we've also got one egg. It is fertile and in the process of hatching. This, like I said, this is also going to be a quarry. So that's fine if we can make it out of wood. It's a farm building. It looks a bit rustic. And there you have it. Bills, and do we want coal? We might. I like limestone. Good old-timey stone. You know, all the cool kids are mining with marble. We want limestone. Now, like I said about Tom here, he's not your average person. He is a custom xenotype, marking the first custom xenotype I have ever made in this series of Rimworld, and it certainly won't be the last. He's one, your standard undivided demon prince. Actually, fun lore fact, there are not many of those. But in addition, his lich traits also mean, one, he almost never sleeps or eats. That just doesn't happen. He has a bedroom, but that's mostly for him to lay in when he gets a little roughed up and has to wait 5 minutes to recover. This guy is really strong. He is the god of the dead. He is, however, not immortal. Well, in the sense of he won't age and die, yes, he is immortal. However, he's not unkillable, is what I mean. There are things in this world that can kill him, and there are things in this world that are far stronger than him. Will we ever encounter them? Who knows? They're pretty rare even to the factions that possess them. I think this will be an interesting series. While this is looking kind of like a rustic farm town at the moment, yes, Necromancer Tom and his chicken farm, this is going to be a thriving city of the undead here soon. A mecca of death in the most positive way one can say that word. Is there a way to make this faster? Let's see, miscellaneous. Wooden stone cutting tools. Those work for this, for these over here. Now, the reason we're still using quick and dirty stockpiles, I'm going to keep the game playing just so we can, keep this going. Is because we haven't researched complex furniture to get shelves yet. Yes, we can build a research bench. That is essentially just a fancy table. Let me pick a better example. We can build a masonry bench and mine stones and cut them into fine bricks, but basically several tables stacked on top of each other. That's pushing it, buddy. Be glad you're capable of what you're currently capable of. We can unsuspend this cobblestone gathering. I do rather want to get that. Make some nice looking buildings, you know. I do also want to stop building out of this red wood eventually, and get some nice stone buildings. Pristine ruins! That is rather close. Almost no raiders. Well. And since Tom won't need food, we'll take Tom and Ruriko. The slaves will be fine unattended. God damn it, force of habit. Okay, so if you're seeing this, somebody made an oopsie and used the dev enter instantly, like I do when I'm playing solo. I didn't think that was acceptable. I reloaded the autosave. We're right back where the episode began, like nothing happened. I didn't even get to see the ruins. And I also cut because it showed my save list, and that spoilered some things I've been working on. I don't want y'all to see that. It's gonna ruin the surprise. I have more than one Rimworld idea cooking right now. So, we'll just have to hope that pops up again. Because I actually did want to caravan a little bit. That was what I was going to get into, was because of the Real Ruins mod and the idea of finding taboos, old world artifacts, out there in the world, this gives us an excuse to get out and caravan some more, which, as you saw, is something I never actually do. I perpetually am neglecting caravanning in favor of just sitting in my base, not doing anything outside of it, because why would I leave my perfect walled fortification that I love to defend so much? I play Imperial Guard and Imperial Fist for a reason. Now, what are we... Chicken egg unfertile and chicken egg fertile. Okay. This one is nearly hatched. Okay. 1.5 days, we'll see a new chicken. That'll be a side goal. There's our little chicken farm here. All things considered, though, I do think our little base looks pretty nice. So far. It's a bit basic and cubular. I don't think that's a word, but I don't care. But it's pretty easy on the eyes. We're going to go with, like, the light, sort of grayish shades and the reds. Sort of to match the ocular biome, but also to give that vibe of death. In a positive sense, we are not strictly a bad guy. Yes, we harbor necromancers. However, hospitality for an ally. A gene pack. Well, we can't use that unless we get some ruins and we can find the biotech materials and the power to support them. Interested in learning about other cultures, and he wants you to host a Journey's End for 5 days. Oh yeah, that's another thing. We will do that. No, we're not going to do this. This is just... No, why would I care? You're not offering a substantial enough reward. I am a fucking god. Right here, we are the Necrotic Cabal, and this is Journey's End. I thought that was kind of fitting, because death is where all journeys end, and that also sort of fits this, like, adventure RPG anime world we got going here. Ooh. That said, though, if you guys can think of something better in the comments, which I encourage you to do, I will change the name. I have the Change Colony mod name, and Change Colony name mod. I've been just a bit frazzled lately. And I can change it because you guys have some great ideas. I got an idea for a Rimworld mod pack today on one of the episodes of my GOC series. Holy crap. I'm not going to spoiler it. Because one, I might do it, and two, I'd like the original commenter to get the credit for it. But it was a very interesting idea. Based around an android starting with no technology. Inside a sealed pocket dimension. It was a seriously cool idea. So what I'm learning from this, though, you guys have great ideas, and I want to hear them. That is not to say I don't have ideas of my own that I'm constantly working on. However, I'll give you guys your credit where it's due, you know? Ooh. Speaking of credit where it's due. This stuff is freaking awesome. I love these slab boards. And there's really what I want to get doing here. We chose the City Builders meme at our last end of the GOC series. This, I feel, it would have been much more appropriate to choose in. However, I don't like it because, like I said, I want a caravan. Now, here's the issue. These undead thralls, I don't think they gain skills, or if they do so incredibly slowly. So, we're going to be dismissing them eventually, and we're probably not going to... Ah, what is this? Chunks of some great metal bird have fallen from the sky. Perhaps the god of smithing has blessed us with some high-quality steel. Who knows? We're going to deconstruct it for scrap. Also, dumbasses, that's a spaceship. I was going to make a joke, but it actually gave me a really good idea for a series. I'm not going to say nothing about that yet. That's one of the things about this. Just about doing this with Rimworld mod packs. You get so many good ideas. It's executing them that is the issue. Like this, I had God of the Dead cooking in my head for quite a while. However, actually going about it, you can thank drunk me at 2 in the morning for making this mod pack, and sober me the next day for proofreading it. And the only mistake I made was I forgot to install Vein Miner. That'll be in by the next episode. I just have to record one tonight, and I really don't want to restart Rimworld. So, as I've said, I've been a bit frazzled lately. And why that is because we've had the plumbers showing up here at like 9 a.m. every day. I just mentioned I was awake at 2 a.m. Oh, that's a chicken. Who did I assign to animals haphazardly? Ruriko, congratulations. Take this chicken out to the farm. Spores are you fucking serious? Can you do medical? I don't know if any of us can. Let's see, doctor. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Yeah, we're the god of death, not the god of life. Alright, Ruriko. Allergy minor. Wait, hold on. Personality intense. Oh yeah, this is the chicken that's an asshole. Datarite, if you would. There we go. Some light by which to forge. We are also doing some advanced smithing research. Tom here is a pretty good researcher. We are, however, also going to give him a little stool to sit on. Laying stone. Look, this is my complaint. I like stone, it just takes forever. But yeah, like I was saying, we got the plumbers coming here at 9 a.m. every morning. I'm a night owl. I've been waking up early and just not being able to get back to sleep properly. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but you know what? It's worth it. Because we finally have, like, good running water. Well, we've had running water, but, like, our water finally runs well. We got so many, like, leaky pipes and crap under the house, we needed to get it fixed for a long time. Glad to finally have it done. I ain't complaining. We really don't have a lot of money, do we? God, that's goddamn it, because I wanted some cows. Well, take what meager scraps we have to offer for the time being. So, what else do we want to put in our blacksmith? I know we've got a forge already. We've got some other stuff too. Okay, yeah, that's the same one. We've got a tailoring table, a food prep station, an artisan table, and a crafting station. The crafting station I might put in here too. However, I do want to put more of the less blacksmithing sort of stuff in its own buildings. I want to branch out a bit. There we go, red wood. That'll be our food prep station. Now I could just ask Tom to own zone these guys. Oh, you're fawns. Yeah, these guys are great to have around if you want to do, Big fucking excuse me? Cultist of Tzeentch Doctrine. This planet is already being corrupted by chaos. Sadly, there's no real-time corruption mechanic. That would be pretty cool, if you could watch your world slowly descend to chaos. Have opportunities to fight it, or to spread it yourself. And you may be saying, but Tom is a demon prince, what does he care? A demon prince of Undivided, you know, he doesn't want to see one particular god running the show. Oh, one of the issues here is that regular wood is incredibly hard to come by. So if anything needs wood, we do have a solution though. We can just switch to mining coal. Actually, I'm actually gonna use this feature for the first time. Keep the coal topped off at like 60. Alright, Tom's meditating, gaining psi levels at a prolific rate. Well, not that prolific, but still. He's weirdly industrious for a guy who has undead do everything for him. Oh no! All of my electronics! Oh wait. Fools, nothing I own runs on electricity. Alright, this food prep station, what do we do here? Oh, we can make stew. So we just need vegetables. We can make cheese. Out of milk. So this is a thing I've thought about, like, when my intrusive thoughts are sort of seeping into the foreground. You can make cheese out of basically anything that makes milk, right? What is the most cursed kind of cheese? What if you made cheese out of, like, a rat or something? I don't even want to think about that, least of all, because, like, how many rats is that going to take? How many rats to make one wheel of cheese? Oh, an animal transport pod? What in the fuck are you? A Garu. That's a Kenshi animal. Well, we can't tame it. We could, however, use some hides. Come on now. There's the ancient mech. We could become a mechanitor. Could. Emphasis on could. I don't know exactly what good that's going to do us. Now we'll just have that out of the way. The only way we can get regular wood is by finding half-transformed ocular trees. Or I suppose we could grow some fiber corn or something. A blood bouquet. This is a new biome. I'm not familiar with how this works at all. In fact, I've really never played in the ocular forest. This place gives me the willies, though. That's what makes me wonder, like, these trees have eyes. Can they see? Does that mean they have a central nervous system of some kind? Are these just, like, weird remnants of some fucked up biological experiment that never went anywhere? All these questions and more that will likely never be answered. Oh, rubies! A very fitting gem to be in this biome. So, we also have gemstones. We can mine up some precious metals. More like gems, rather, but you know. You know what I mean. I've never really played one of these, but I have always wondered if it's possible to, sort of uncorrupt this biome and terraform it. That would be an interesting idea for a challenge. But probably not enough to carry an entire video. So I've got a new shower head now, and that doesn't sound too exciting, but holy crap, is that... Oh my god, that's a game changer. My old one was all gross and calcified. I didn't even know this. I thought they were just fixing the plumbing. No, they replaced the shower head. Oh, technical difficulties. Hold on. Apologies, one of my background programs had a bit of a hiccup. So we deconstructing this bed. I'm hoping we get another Ruins event, not only because I want to showcase that, but also because I could really use some of the supplies there, guys. Oh, I guess we could plant fiber corn. I want to do this maybe like... So let's throw down some tilled soil first. Maybe we can put that over the sand. No, we cannot, and we also picked a really picked an ass of a location to build in. Fine for building structures. I mean, we've got mostly solid ground for quite a ways. However, it's kind of an ass for growing anything. 225. That's a nice number. I like that number. It doesn't irritate me. It's not uneven. Okay. We're getting stuff done. We're going to have a grow zone here pretty soon. I'm going to throw down some fiber corn and get some wood. The tilled soil will make the growth time bearable. There's also tree sowing, but I mean... Come on, man. So, we do have a lot of mods from the classical faction. Ooh, carvings. Allows you to make the cement press, primitive storage, Edo buildings, hay weaving. Now, this is the thing. I really do like a lot of medieval overhauls. They're really interesting. That's Ultra Tech. We can't do that. What I'm looking for is... We need a complex... furniture. That'll allow us shelves. Light level's 50% in there. That's not terrible. Now, advanced smithing. This is going to let us make some of the cooler stuff. Now, look, as much as his suit and tie fits him, like he's some kind of Japanese salaryman, we gotta get him some cool armor. That's just mandatory. Let's see, steel plate, hauberk, hand tools. We could use some more of those, actually. Domed helmet, a Sawat helmet, a Nasa helmet. What do we want to give this guy? I've seen the armor up there, and we really can't make it. I am also getting to play with big and small genes. A mod that I've always found interesting, but is incompatible with alpha genes. So, you know, couldn't do much about that. And I love my alpha genes, so, you know, really kind of wanted to have that. Oh, thrombos. Tom? Kill these things, please. That's going to be some valuable horns and hides. Now, we don't really care if this meat rots. I don't really care if Tom gets a little bit roughed up fighting this guy. Too bad the warp eye is still charging, because we used that in the first episode to kill, like, a lizard dog. Here's the thing, though. I don't think he regrows limbs if he loses them. Alright, and because we're the god of death and not the god of hunting to extinction, we'll only kill one. Tom is a merciful god. Praise be his name. Now let's see. We want fiber corn. Does this ever throw anyone else off? The way it's spelled like raspberry? Because you always just say raspberry. Oh, we could also do... Wait, a blossom tree. A glowing blossom tree. There's fiber corn. That's 48 days. Oh no, 6 days of growing time. 13 days of growing time. Harvest yield 2? We're going to do bamboo, purely because, from what I know, that grows a decent amount of wood here. Okay. To prevent this shit from happening, we'll put down a stockpile zone in here. And they'll put that there because it's the closest available stockpile. We've got bones! Bones are good. And if I had it my way, and I do, the streets will be paved with them. So, this isn't going to be quite as clean as I would like. However... Wait. Not under the fence. But all the way around it. Oh, more or less. Okay, we just won't go that way. We just won't build fences that way, or bones that way. Good enough. This, let me tell you, is going to be a pretty good city. And I'm going to do my damnedest to make sure it resembles one. This will actually be a city, and not just a loose amalgamation of buildings. It's going to be an interesting building project, and man, these really do not look good as paths. They're not terrible, but they're not great either. Fortunately, though, we're not really in any shortage. I don't know how many of the things here have bones, but... Let's see, who's good at shooting? Tom is... The undead cannot. Well, let's make you a bow. Hand tools. Crafting spot. You make a composite bow with pitch glue, but I don't know how to make pitch glue. Well, yes I do, it's just 5 wood. Pitch glue, composite bow. Okay. Craft, my friend. We're missing wood. We can't make this out of redwood. It has to be wood, okay. Since he never sleeps, let's just deconstruct this dresser. Or, much as it pains me to do this, we could just manually go kill a bunch of stuff. As much as it shouldn't, it probably does drop bones. Okay, we know what that does. We know what tentacular fruit is. That's food. And I said I wouldn't, but we're going to kill the other Thrumbo, because that dropped a lot of bones. Sad as it is, we got all these, like, interesting-looking colonists. And at the end of the day, they're just skeletons. Or ossified pentagonal husks, like Dada over there. Dada Rat. Dada Rat. His name is irritating! Suppose I could just call him Dad, or Rat. I'm just gonna call him Rat. Alright. Oh wait, no. Finish your job. Finish your job, Tom. You must finish your work, Tom. Alright, so this stockpile... it's a little much. Is the chick okay? 66 immunity. Literally no one can tend to this thing. Tom, you want to do it? There we go. He can at least learn skills, that's the thing. 0% quality. It's probably worse than nothing. Oh god. Oh, oh no, he's got brain damage. Who gave you vodka? Oh my god. These fucking animals, dude. Yes, after it got the brain damage, it accepted this place as its home. Yeah, that makes sense. If only all colonists were so easy. I don't know, I don't think I'd have to be brain damaged to want to live here. Then again, I may or may not have received a concussion, and just never had anything done about it. Basically what happened was... I was at school. I was talking with my friend, I'm walking. Now imagine you and I are walking side by side. I'm looking at you. I'm not paying attention to what's in front of me. My school, as many did, had a lot of those metal poles, like those metal column support beams sort of things. I walked dead into one, with the side of my head. This impact was so hard that I could feel it on the other side of my head. And I immediately just went... just fell to my knees. My friend runs over and he's like, "We got a man down! We got a man down!" And I'm reeling for a second. I get up and I'm like, whoa, okay. Whoa, man, that's... that sure was a head injury. Holy crap. I'm sitting there in math class. And what I'm noticing is that my head still hurts. I've got this, like, persistent headache. And eventually I raise my hand and I go to the nurse. I'm like, I told my math teacher, and this math teacher, I've got a plethora of other stories about her, but that's neither here nor there. She made a point of saying, like, well, why didn't you just go to the nurse at lunch? And I was like, because you're a stickler about this exact sort of thing, and it happened on the way here. I hit my head. I'm a preteen boy. I'm not, like... You know, I want to seem cool, like I didn't just hurt myself, and it hurt really bad, and I'm trying not to cry. But she lets me go. She relents. And I go to the nurse, and she's just apathetic as ever, like, go sit down for a sec here, I'll... She did ask me questions, though, to make sure I didn't have, like, a serious head injury. And I sat in the nurse for a while, still had a headache. I think I even threw up later that day. I'm not certain. But I told my dad that story, who used to be an EMT, and he's like, yeah, you might have got a concussion. And I was like, oh, well, at least nothing bad happened. Oh. I don't know, I feel like you really just don't think about that kind of stuff too hard when you're a kid. Miyabi, no. Tom, go open the loot box. This is our main way we can get old world artifacts. Now, you'll see there are a lot of mods here that are advanced stuff. And that's just to add cool things for us to... Ooh, what is this? I don't know, but it looks cool. Now, this is already actually opened. What? What are Scarlet Mechanites? And Mashed Pomona. One is significantly cooler than the other, I must say. You gotta think about it, though. We don't know what these are. These are advanced even by Tom's standards. This is just a really cool, like, metal trinket. It's probably witchcraft as far as anyone who lives here is concerned. Actually, let's, God, I miss Vein Miner. It's not the same without you, bud. However, I could not be asked to boot Rimworld twice in the same day. This mod pack has like 200 mods. Do you have any idea how long that takes to load? It's like a good 30 minutes. And it is 30 minutes where I could just sit there and watch YouTube shorts and vegetate for a while. Pretend I'm learning something. But I'd really rather not do that. I'd rather record an episode while I'm feeling it. Oh, the cocoa tree sprout. I forgot this happened in another episode. Chop that crap down. A rare instance of biodiversity in this corruptive environment. Chop that tree. The villain in a Disney movie about the environment. Ooh. Oh, a Ratkin magic wand. This looks like a Strieg handle grenade, but I guess that's a magic wand in a certain sense of the word. It only casts explosion with a very short radius. On a time delay. Good components. We know they're useful. The natives don't. They just think they're fancy trinkets. Maybe the aristocratic, educated people might understand that there used to be a use to them. A lot of people probably think they're taboo and don't want to touch them. Probably like, oh yes, thank you, for getting these off the streets. We don't want anybody doing any heretical research into these. Murder holes in the medieval catapult. Let's see, what do we have here? A crafting table. A crafting station. I'm sorry. There are certain games that just infect your lexicon forever. Like Minecraft, you know, I can't not call it a crafting table. Okay. Why are all the chickens in tents? A houseplant eater. I was ready to love and adore this thing for all my life. I'm gonna give you a name. How do I do that? I know typically you're supposed to wait for them to form a bond and then they get a name. But I have already formed a bond with you. Your name is Bobo, the brain-damaged chicken. The drunk, brain-damaged chicken. I've heard pets take on traits of their owners, but this is a little bit extreme. That also reminds me, I've been on a YouTube Shorts kick lately. I don't watch TikTok, and that's nothing against TikTok. I don't mind it. There's some funny stuff on there. A lot of what I watch on YouTube Shorts is also on TikTok. I just don't want another app or website. I already have YouTube, and if the short form content is on there too, I'd rather watch it there. However, I watch the weirdest stuff on YouTube Shorts. Half of it is just like construction work. I'll watch like people do plumbing or power washing or what's the other one? Like the guy who does septic tanks. I don't know why, it's just fascinating to watch. Or I'll watch like little short info bite sort of things. There's a channel I like that does like moments in gaming or MMO history. And that's usually pretty interesting. Oh yeah, we could butcher everything. Everything. I also have gotten into pirate software. I really like that guy. Then again, considering how his shorts just appeared in my my recommendeds one day, I'm guessing that's because a lot of other people also recently got into pirate software. Animal transport pod crash. Oh, it's a fox. I love foxes. That's genuinely my favorite animal. I'm going to rescue you. Tom, where'd it go? Oh, deal. Oh. You rescue that goddamn fox. And at least try to save him. Come on. Come on, pull through, little guy. You can do it. Rescued animals don't join. That's fine. Hold the door open for him, though, would you? I don't want him to be stuck in here. There you go, Tom. There we go. Now don't hold the door open again. I'm just glad that I helped him, you know? Now, a lot of this... We're just chilling, playing some Rimworld. This will pick up later once we have some more industry going, some more undead. I know he can support more undead than this, though. It's just, this is about what Kasumi could do at the limits of her power. And he's got the fully upgraded perk tree. Oh, the god of the forge smiles upon us today. Damn it, dude, I feel naked without Vein Miner. There's some mods that should be vanilla. Some could argue that Vein Miner should be among them. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know the devs' intended direction for mining and what they really wanted it to be like. I can say, though, replace stuff. That should 100% be vanilla. Because, like, what is the purpose of having to completely deconstruct a building and then redesign it? That is a little bit daft. I don't even use British idioms ever. Oh boy. Get replacing you guys, this city's looking better and better. I mostly just don't want to build things out of that crappy red wood. I'm sure it'd burn up in a second. It's so low durability. There are some really good mods that I've been recommended by my comment section that I really need to apply to my playthroughs. One of them was specifically about syncing plant growth. And I think that'd be awesome. What I need to do is when I hear about a mod that just sounds cool, just immediately go to the workshop and download it. I don't even have to decide to use it in the end. Just go to the workshop and download it. A paid battle. Let's see. Masterwork bows. To kill one archer. Yes, I will accept that reward. See, the thing is, in combat, Tom flourishes in 1v1s. I'm confident he would win most 1v1s against most vanilla enemies in the game. You're not dealing strictly with vanilla enemies, though, and there are these things called psycasts that could turn him... If he gets hit by a berserk psycast, that may just kill him. Or the colony, anyway, because we have one pawn. I don't know how the mechanics for that work. We may just have to wait for Tom to stop rampaging. Because he'd kill all of his undead servants, everyone around him, and then some. Yeah, I don't think I'm thinking of Berserk so much as I am like an Enthrall psycast, something to that effect, you know? And there's basic furniture. We have chairs now, I think. Wait, no we don't. What was the point of that? Just tables? We can build props. Ooh. They don't cost anything either. Let's just have a look at some of this. Oh, there's a lot of these. I'll come back and look at that at another time, maybe when we're doing some decorating. Also, that was my hand not so gently bumping the mic. Apologies about that. Ooh, yeah, like I said, I don't have anything against TikTok. There is one trip... Like I said, I don't have anything against it. However, there are certain trends on there that I just don't care for. And when I see stuff like that, I can kind of see how people could form the opinion that this is bad content, which I don't think is true. I mean, there's good and bad stuff on YouTube. Let's be honest, we're not going to sit here on YouTube and trash other platforms for bad content, because we are the king of bad content purely because we have the most content, period. Of course we have the most bad content. I mean, I'm sure I don't have to explain, the crap a lot of the so-called douche tubers do. Or those, like... I'm glad this era is more or less over. But, like, the prank/social experiment. Fuck whatever minor thing I was gonna complain about TikTok. This was horrific. And I'm only slightly exaggerating when I say that. For one, most of them were fake. Most of them ended up being, like, staged videos that didn't even really happen. And a whole lot more of them were just, like, pissing off random people in the street for little to no reason. There's a reason It's Just a Prank Bro has become, like, ingrained in our lexicon. When I was a kid and I was getting into the concept of pranking, that was like rule number one. Don't ever prank a complete stranger. You never know how they're going to react. And honestly, that's real. You really don't know what kind of day that person is having. And it may be an extreme... There may be it may be an extreme example. But, like, you could get shot doing crap like that. Like I said, extreme example, but it's not impossible. Not by any means. A more realistic scenario, you can get your ass kicked or get yelled at or get in legal trouble. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how they leave the house and just set their common sense on the kitchen table and just walk away. Oh. Oh, it appears we did butcher a human-like. I don't even know what's the big trend on YouTube anymore. I don't even know if there is one. Because that's the thing I feel like, YouTube has become so compartmentalized. While there are trending and popular content niches, it's so specific to you. What you watch most of the time. There are so many niches to fill. Before the age of YouTube, and really the internet got that popular, you wouldn't have thought, you know, that, the Let's Play would be all that big of a thing, but no, that became massive. And honestly, kind of died out a little bit. I will say, it's not anywhere near as big as it used to be. I remember a point where it really did kind of feel like Let's Plays were kind of the mainstay of gaming content. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here, we're also going to build 5 of those. Now, though, it feels like video essays are kind of having their time in the sun. And have been for a while, if I'm being honest. I don't know, you guys all watch me, and I do Let's Plays, so... There's still a market for it, of course. But we have so many, like, micro-trends on YouTube. Don't make that. Don't make that, you're just gonna do a bad job of it. Tom would do a better one. I'd feel bad about demeaning them, but, they're undead. I think by definition they don't have feelings. Oh, elder things can't wear this. I thought undead couldn't wear that. In any case, Hippo, take your tool belt. You work 20% faster now. That is kind of a cool thing, though. We have workers who just, they don't sleep, they don't take breaks, they don't need food. That's pretty cool. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, where there are like trends within YouTube that are very big but very focused. It's to like a specific group of people. This will be a very big deal. And they're not small, but it's not platform spanning. You know, like you typically think of a viral video or trend. Ooh, a plague mask. I don't know, I do feel like I'm kind of out of touch with, like, the popular YouTube sphere. You know, I could not tell you what is big and popular on YouTube right now. And we're starting to reach a point where I don't even know if certain things can be that way. So, this is... For once, this is going to be cursed too. I'm going to allow chunks on shelves. We could just build a skip, actually. And you know what? No. Let's refocus this a little bit. I don't want to build copy, I want to reinstall. And I want to reinstall you here. This is actually good where we're going to want all of our metals and sort of materials. Where we're going to go raw resources. I'm going to think that we do want a shelf in here, but probably just one will suffice. Raw resources. Anything but stone blocks. Everything else, fine. I do want a more focused sort of storage system. Tom gained a Psylink level. Excellent, excellent. I guess for an example of what I'm thinking about, think about how big Vaporwave got, but how niche it kind of stayed. Like, there are people who made careers in that genre of content creation. Some more than others. Oh, these are Revia, if I'm not mistaken. They also got a retexture. Specifically from another mod. So, Tom... I guess we can add zombie wolf girls to the mix, or foxes, I don't know. Which are they? I know the Kerns are foxes. I've played with that mod before. I like how through mods, though, Rimworld gets its own, like... sort of lore, so to speak. Bone Smasher, oh, okay. I mean, it already kind of does have lore. But not really, you know? Like, Rimworld has lore in the same way that Minecraft has lore. I know there's an art book. There's a Rimworld art book I'd really like to own. I wanted the Thrumbo plushie. I really did. However, it came at a time when I just didn't have any money. Well, finish him off, Tom. It's weirdly full circle. We started with the series where raids every day were a constant threat, and now we're in a series where, at least in this specific instance, raids just aren't a threat. Well, you've got some okay skills. Welcome aboard. Go butcher your friends. To be fair, I said we weren't strictly evil. Not that we weren't evil at all. Oh, Oh yes, in 10 years from now, Tom may be hungry. His food consumption is just so low. He barely eats anything. Our undead, just putting on whatever they can find. Holy crap, this has gone on for an hour and 20 minutes. I've just been sitting here talking this whole time, wow. I'm not complaining. I will, however... We want stone blocks here. But also bone ash, bonecrete, calcium polymer. And asphalt bucket, why not? Good, good, good. Putting all that stuff where it goes. Now, you last three... I want you guys to put hauling and cleaning on a higher priority. And they just do it. They just do the work. Oh, it's cleaning up nicely. This time, I won't take so long to clean up the dirty, dirty stockpiles. Well, guys, that is going to have to be the end of the episode here. I can't run this for too long. These take long enough to upload as is. In any case, let me know if you guys like this. I'm really up for this series. I'm interested to see what we're going to do. Even if this may be a bit slower paced, I think it's a nice little wind down from Last Stand of the GOC. Oh, well, I'm eager to listen to what you think, and honestly, if this series doesn't do it for you, we can cook up a new one. I think you're going to like it, though. So, wherever you go and whatever you do, I hope you guys have a great day. If you like the video, leave a comment down below. It really does help out. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.